Chunsoft, they messed up. Can you dig it? So, no music here on this one. I don't like talking about negative things. I just wanted to be positive this year. I want to be a positive guy and not address all of these things. And there's been only one thing I've ever mentioned this whole year. And I just said, I just want to be positive, happy, go lucky, happy, friendly, awesome, cool, chill, Brad. And then Spike Chunsoft had to go and do that. Isn't that right, Monokuma? You... Okay, let's talk about this. So for Switch fans everywhere, Danganronpa Decadence is coming out December 3rd. I myself have pre-ordered the collector's edition because I am just a small fan of Danganronpa. I've been begging and wanting this moment to happen for quite a few years, and if you remember me on this channel, in 2018 I was asking for it. And to say I'm a small fan of Danganronpa is really doing a disservice. I have a plush doll. That ought to tell you something. I also have all the games physically. That ought to tell you something. I actually have a really cool jacket that's Monokuma themed. It has half of it black, half of it white, and even has his little face for the hood thing. It's pretty dang cool. I had to order it all the way from Japan and get it at like triple extra large because their size scale is much different than the United States. But all this because I'm a fan of the franchise. And then I've been reading the Danganronpa manga, too, just to top it all off, because as if I just couldn't get enough of it. Watch the anime, read the mangas, play the games. I love Danganronpa, and I love this series. Spike Chunsoft, while not a perfect company, is a pretty dang awesome company in my eyes. They make a lot of great games. They help develop and publish some amazing experiences, from 428 Shibuya Scramble to Steins Gate. From the Danganronpa series to AI the Somnium Files. They make amazing games. I mean, even Conception 2 on the 3DS was a pretty dang interesting experience, so I really enjoy this company. But this sucks. This sucks because its microtransactions are going to be in Danganronpa Decadence. Thankfully, before you freak out though, it will not be included in the base games, so the original trilogy will not have them. It's in the spin-off game, the extra one, that it will. In the new extra spin-off game, Danganronpa S Tropical Summer Camp, you take your favorite characters from any of the three games and you basically go and you fight that with them. You can play like, it's almost like a dungeon crawler RPG type of thing. And you play that to collect coins to go play them at the Monokuma machine, which is a callback to, you know, how the games work. And you can unlock more characters and stuff like that. But if you don't want to go through what is essentially a bunch of grinding, you can pay for what are loot boxes, basically. So you can hopefully skip the grind and just get all the characters and stuff you want with real world money. I will have a link down below for an article that features this, because that way you can see for yourself that it's actually real and I'm not just speaking off the top of my head and making stuff up. But yes, the Monokuma machine and all of that stuff will include gacha mechanics and microtransactions. And I don't want to hear it's not a big deal, okay? I'm done. There's nothing. No one has ever come up with an argument that has been good enough for why microtransactions should exist in games. Never has anyone in the history come up with a good enough reason for it. It shouldn't be there in any game that costs actual money. I tolerate it in free-to-play games, but I have zero patience for it in any game that actually costs money. Microtransactions have always had a history of targeting people with disorders and wells, people who can't control their spending habits, people with gambling addictions, and recently they have been targeting children more and more. And I've already talked about these things on my channel. So I don't care. If a game has microtransactions, I don't like it. Period. That's just my take, and that will never change. I think microtransactions are scum, and I think they are evil. Corporate evil that I will never, ever in my life defend. As you can tell, Happy Brad's not here. I'm really pissed off actually about this because this, like I said, is one of my favorite franchises. It's something that I really care about, and I don't want to see these practices going forward. If they choose to make another Danganronpa game, for example, what if they include it in the regular game? And that's why I don't want to hear people say it's not a big deal, because it is a big deal. Let's take, for example, why I care about this. Let's put one of your favorite franchises, a lot of people's favorite franchise, The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild 2. Looks like it's going to be a great game. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. And let's say you had to go around and find 900 Koroks to upgrade your weapons and stuff. Or you could spend $5 and you can get 5 Korok seeds so you can circumvent the hunt. Or even better, you can get random treasure chests that just drop from the sky and you can open them up. You spend $5 and you can get awesome, cool weapons that you can use that will break because it's only going to be limited time uses, and shields and all that stuff. Just like, you know, a standard loot box. How cool would that be? Would you like that in Breath of the Wild 2? Would that make you happy if they put that in your favorite franchise? I don't think you would. I think it would piss you off. And right now, Danganronpa, probably a top 3 franchise for me in all the video games, is doing it. So yeah, I'm a little peeved. And I know it's a spin-off game, but that's the one game I was gonna play first because I've already played the other 3. All 3 of them on PC and the PlayStation. And I'll probably play them on Switch because I love this trilogy. And don't say Nintendo hasn't done microtransactions before. They haven't put them on console yet, but they've done them. I don't have to bring up the mobile games, do I? Do we have to bring up Dr. Mario on the mobile stuff and the Mario Kart on mobile? Not to mention that since they work with Pokemon Company's done plenty of microtransactions and have put them both on console and on phone. So yes, Nintendo, in a way, vicariously, has put microtransactions into their console games. They haven't done it to Zelda yet, thankfully, but I'm always worried that they can just flip that switch and all of a sudden, Animal Crossing, bam, microtransactions. Splatoon 3 could easily implement microtransactions. Wouldn't even be hard. So it's something you should care about if you don't want to see this in any of your games, especially in the franchises you love. It's been a hard year, man. It's been a really hard year to not talk about a bunch of things, from sex scandal to sex scandal to sex scandal, from all these men abusing women and other people in the offices, from all these other companies that are finding all these new ways to implement more and more microtransactions, and everybody wants a piece of that microtransaction money because as much as I hate it, the consumer says it's not a big deal. And that's the problem. Most of you, the consumer, you just don't care. You have the mentality of just shut up and play games and be happy. And I understand that. Everybody wants that sense of escapism. But I'm not escaping anymore. I'm feeling trapped. I gotta take a hard look, man. I gotta take a real hard look on the way I'm gonna start playing games in 2022. If I have to throw down the ban hammer really hard, which most of my friends think I already do that for a lot of things, but I might not be playing a lot of games, let's just say. A lot of new games in 2022 if this trend keeps up. I just said I can't handle it, man. It's just not good for me. Anyways, I just want to give you guys this update and let you know some bad news. Gosh, this sucks so much. This sucks hard. And not in a good way. I'm so disappointed, Spike Chunsoft. Do better, please, in the future. Don't go down this rabbit hole. I will not forgive you if you do. I am Bradley Overrated, out like a trout. Have a good one. I feel better now. Just a little bit.